Hello everybody, Dylan here. Now today we are going to be doing a Sonic theory. Today's Sonic theory we are going to be looking at the character from Sonic Boom named Morpho, and we're going to figure out who he could possibly be and where he comes from. Let's get into this theory today on DHT. For those of you who don't know who Morpho is, let me catch you up on him. In Season 2 of Sonic Boom, this character appeared on Eggman's doorstep calling himself Steve Eggman, and he claimed to be Eggman's long-lost brother. Eggman was suspicious of him and turned him away, and he wanted to prove his worth to Eggman. So he pretended to save Sonic, and then pretended to befriend Sonic, and then he would turn into Sonic's friends by his shape-shifting powers, and slowly turn them against each other by making it appear that they all hated each other. This actually turned out to be successful, and he came and joined Eggman, and they were going to take down Sonic, but then Sonic and team beat them up. And that's all you need to know for his base introduction. Later on in the episode, he actually reveals to Eggman that he is not his brother, and that he is indeed a shape-shifting robot from another dimension that was created by another Eggman. And that Eggman ended up blowing up their dimension. This is very important because it will help us figure out who this robot could possibly be. Now, for those of you who want to know who I think this robot is, I personally think that this robot is another shape-shifting robot from another Sonic continuity. That continuity is the Fleetway continuity, and that robot is Metamorpho. Now, why do I think Metamorpho could be Morph? Well, first of all, look at their names. Metamorpho has Morph in her name. She could have easily shortened it down to Morph, or Morph could be a nickname she picked up over time. Second of all, you can compare the actions that both of them have done in their appearances. They both impersonated someone's brother. For Morph, she impersonated Sonic's brother, Tonic, who never existed and Sonic wasn't fooled by it for a second. And for Morph, he impersonated Eggman's brother, Steve, who Eggman knew never existed and it didn't fool him for a second. What's the odds that both of these robots would impersonate someone's brother and fail so hard at it? 3, they both have a fixation on Eggman. Metamorpho would constantly tell Eggman that she loved him, that she would do anything to impress him, and that she just wanted to make him happy. She was so fixated on him that she had drawings of him hung up in her room. We see very similar actions from Morpho. He put Eggman's logo on his chest when he was a superhero to show how much he admired Eggman. He has done so much to try to impress Eggman. He's even gotten close to Eggman's mom bot so he can be part of Eggman's family. He wants to be admired by Eggman, very similarly to how Metamorpho wanted to be admired by Dr. Robotnik in her dimension. And finally, this is the last comparison I have. It's a little out there, so I saved it for last. You don't have to consider this canon to the theory if you want to. This is just something I thought I would bring up. But both of them have impersonated green superheroes with a cape. For Metamorpho, she turned into Cosmic, a green hedgehog with a cape. And for Morpho, when he was trying to impress Team Sonic, he dressed in all green and he also had a cape. Now, this isn't very relevant to the theory, I just thought it was too similar to ignore. And I'm gonna tack one more thing to the crazy conspiracy theory part of the video. I think it's very weird that both of them have turned into tornadoes to transform. For Metamorpho, she did this once, and that's when she turned into her regular form to Cosmic, or vice versa. For Morpho, every time he transforms, he turns into a tornado. I know that it's not consistent to prove that that's actually something that connects the two, but I did find it weird. Now, I know what you're going to be asking yourself. How did Metamorpho come into this universe when she's from the Fleetway comics? Well, Morpho explains it himself. He's from another dimension created by another Eggman who destroyed his dimension. Morpho is the last survivor of his dimension. He came to this one because his last one blew up. Now, I know some Fleetway elitists out there is gonna say, but Dr. Robotnik didn't create Metamorpho. Metamorpho is created by Grimer. I know Metamorpho is created by Grimer, but in the Fleetway comics, it was very common for Dr. Robotnik to just put put his name on Grimer's inventions. He could have easily done this to Metamorpho to the point where she even thinks that he created her. Grimer is basically the Fleetway version of Snively. He constantly got shat on by Eggman, and Eggman would often take credit for his inventions. Another thing you could bring up to try to discredit my theory is the Fleetway continuity is still going. That's not true. The Fleetway continuity is over. What you can read online nowadays is a fan continuation, meaning that technically no matter what, even if writers from the original comic hop on board to write this, it's not official because it's not published by Fleetway or acknowledged by Sega, the actual rights holders. The Fleetway continuity still could have been blown up, but this fan continuity continued, just like what happened with the Archie continuity. One continuity ended, and then it continued with a fan comic. So canonically, the original Fleetway continuity still could have been blown up, and the fan comic would continue with or without the permission of Sega, just like what happened with the Archie comics. The Archie comics had the Genesis Wave, which rebooted everything, but now there's a fan comic continuing what happened before the Genesis Wave. I still feel there's one more thing I have to address before we can start to wrap up this theory though. How did this universe get blown up? Does Dr. Robotnik in the Fleetway continuity have the potential to blow up a universe? Well, actually yes. Way early on in the Fleetway continuity, Eggman actually obtained the Chaos Emeralds, and he had the ability to destroy the universe. That's easily what could have happened. Eggman could have got the emeralds again, and then chose to just end everything. Towards the end of the comics, Eggman lost all hope in life. He became depressed. He could hardly even move or talk. He was beaten by Sonic so many times he gave up. Who's to say that Eggman just didn't get the emeralds and chose to end it all? And Morpho is the only one that survived. So my final thoughts is, because of how similar they are and the fact that Sega won't confirm who Morpho is in Sonic Boom, I 100% believe that Morpho is Metamorpho from the Fleetway continuity. But I'm curious to know what you think. Tell me what you thought of this theory in the comment section down below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you really like this video, then share it. And if you want to see more content like this, then subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.